Hello, my dear students. Good morning to all. I'm Anina Joy, your IT teacher. I hope all of you are fine at home. So this is second video of our chapter 1. Let's write a letter. So in our previous class, we have learned how to prepare letters using the word processor LibreOffice software. Also, we have learned how to change the font of the letters. In this class, we are going to study the next two activities. That is adjusting the borders and adjusting the line space. So let's start. So let's start today's class. In previous class, we have studied the first two activities. What were they? Preparing letters using the word processor LibreOffice software, then changing the font of the letters. The first two activities we have done in our previous class. So in this class, we are going to do third and fourth activity. That is adjusting the borders and adjusting the space between the lines. So we'll start with our third activity, that is adjusting the borders. So we have prepared a letter in the last class, and today's activity is to adjust the borders of the letter. See here, the borders on left side and right side of the letter is not properly aligned. If it is properly aligned, the letter becomes more attractive. How can we adjust the borders of this letter? For that, first step is we have to select the paragraph. How to select the paragraph? Bring the mouse pointer to the starting of that paragraph, click and drag it to the end of that paragraph. Now the paragraph is selected. Now we have various aligning tools here. This is left alignment, this is center alignment, this is right alignment, and this one is justifying tool. We have to select this justify tool. See, now in that paragraph, left and right side is properly aligned. Now this letter becomes more attractive, right? So this is how we can adjust the borders of the letter. So this was our first activity. So how did we do that? First we have to select the paragraph. Then we have to select the justify tool from the alignment tools. Then the borders will be adjusted. This is our first activity. Now our second activity is adjusting the space between the lines in the paragraph. See, in a letter, this paragraph, the space between each lines is very less. If there is more space between each lines, it will be more attractive. So how can we increase or decrease or adjust the space between the lines? For that we have a line space tool. So first of all we have to select the paragraph. How we can select the paragraph? Bring the mouse pointer to the starting of the paragraph, click the mouse, then drag it to the end of that paragraph. Now we have selected the paragraph. Now we have to select the line spacing tool. In that, various spacing is available. Spacing 1, 1.15, 1.5 and 2. Let's check each of this. Now the current spacing is 1. It is very less. We can select the second one, that is 1.15. See, now the space between the lines in this paragraph has increased a little bit. Now we can select the other spacing, that is spacing 1.5. Now the space between the lines has increased a little more. Now we can check the last option, that is spacing 2. When we select this, the space between each lines has increased again. So I think the appropriate spacing is 1.5. We can select that. See, now there is enough space between each lines in this paragraph. So now our letter has become more attractive. We have adjusted the borders of the letter and also we have adjusted the space between each lines in the letter. This is how we can adjust the borders and line spacing. So today's class we have learned two activities, that is adjusting the borders and adjusting the space between the lines. I hope you all have understood these two activities. Now I am going to show the steps of each activities in the slides. You can take it down in your notebook. So today's first activity was adjusting the borders. How did we adjust the borders of a letter? Step 1 is click on the paragraph. That is, we have to select the paragraph. Then second step is click on the justify tool in the align tools. In this way we can adjust the borders of our letter. Today's second activity was adjusting the space between the lines. How did we do that? First step is click on the paragraph. That is, first we selected the paragraph. Then second step is click on line spacing tool. Then third step, select the appropriate line spacing. Which line spacing option we have selected? That is spacing 1.5. There are various spacing options available. We can select the appropriate spacing. So these two were the two activities that we have learned in our today's class. So you have to write down the steps of these two activities in your notebook. I hope all of you have understood the two activities. So in this class we have learned how to adjust the borders of the letters, also how to adjust the space between the lines. I hope all of you have understood what we have learned today. You have to write down the steps of the two activities in your notebook. We'll study the remaining activities in our next video. So see you in next class. Thank you.